And we are live! Welcome to the Gaming Roundup for week 29. This is a special one because I'm not here this weekend, and Keith is busy this weekend, and Nige hasn't yet escaped or been kicked out of China this weekend. So what we're doing is just going to run down 10 stories nice and quick, see what you think, and move on, topping it off with some good old-fashioned shameless plugging. Not shameless plugging, feedback, or shameless plug at the end. Anyway, now bollocks that up. Let's move on to our stories. So, our first story... sorry, hello, Keith.
Hello.
I'm just pumped to get these stories out. I forgot my fucking order. How many years? It's been over a year. I've just...
Hello, guys. Thanks, mate.
Hello. Yes, I have Keith with me. No Nigel, but Keith. So yes, you have to excuse me. We have to do. I have got very little time to do anything with this, so that's why it's going to be quick. That's why we're doing it on Friday afternoon rather than a Saturday afternoon. Anyway, so we're going to go through our story. So the first story we've got, is the ESL introduce eSports drugs testing. And the ESL, the world's largest eSports events company, is now beginning to do random drugs testing for performance-enhancing drugs next month. This will feature in the first August ESL in Cologne, and this was following an admission by a guy called Kory Friesen, who said he and his team have been taking the I think it's amphetamine, adderall after recent events. The full list of banned substances is yet to be published, along with the consequences for this to be made public. It's very weird because whenever you get any kind of stuff like this, if there's money involved and there's any kind of performance-enhancing drugs, it's a no-no. Yeah, if it's £1 million in the pot to win, no performance-enhancing drugs. Level playing field for everyone. What do you think about that, Keith?
Well, first question is Red Bull banned?
Oh no, Red Bull's legal. Amphetamines aren't.
What do I think of this? I read the story this week, and the way they were banging on about it, or the way some of the stories were leading about this, is that they were talking like it was like the Olympic Games or anything. And at the end of the day, do I consider this a sport? No, I don't consider it a sport in the same way, because you're sitting at a computer with a mouse and keyboard playing a game at the end of the day, right? It's not like you're going out there and running track and field for your country. Okay, yeah. I'm not entirely sure how these drugs could really greatly improve you. There was one drug I read about that could speed up your response times, and I think that can be that should be banned. But what are they considering to be banned substances? And jokes aside, Red Bull is an enhancer in that respect, that it enhances your concentration and keeps you awake. So they're going to ban things like energy drinks. How are they going to police this? And
well, they're gonna test for the more kind of the serious stuff that you get. It's the prescription medication. Yeah, they'll check for the prescription medication. They'll check for the illegal medication. Things like Red Bull, the consumer stuff, something I can buy in a supermarket. They will probably look over, because there's other things too, like Ritalin too is another one that's a performance enhancing thing, which they're worried about for tests, because people at university have been taking Ritalin to help them pass tests because it increases their mental and cognitive functions. Just in case you didn't know that. So if you got a test, don't do Ritalin.
Isn't Ritalin like the ADHD drug?
It is on children. It has the opposite effect in adults.
Didn't know that.
It's a very weird thing. It'll make an adult who is shy and kind of introverted into a more extroverted person, and it'll increase all the kind of brain functions and stuff. So that's that's quite interesting. Yes. Okay. So just to wrap it up, they're going to start banning so-called performance-enhancing drugs in esports. The reason they'll probably do this is the money. Anytime there's money involved, if the other team gets shitty because they've lost because the other team are taking some kind of performance-enhancing drug, they've got a case, they can go to court, they can get their money back. It can get very messy. If you put these things in place, it'll make it less messy. Is it a sport? That has yet to be seen in my eyes.
I agree with you completely. I agree with your wrap-up completely, yeah.
Okay. All right. China is to end its ban on video games consoles. China is going to lift its long-standing ban on video games consoles that it had in place in 2000. because it was deemed threatening to state security, damaging to the nation's glory, disturbing of social order, and infringing on other legitimate rights. Sounds very, very 1984, that kind of comment. But even with this lift on consoles in general, they're still going to be censoring the games. So the more violent games, the ones that the government don't agree with, won't get through the loops. But it'll open up a gaming market worth $22.2 billion a year to people like Sony and Microsoft. So there's an opportunity for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One and even Nintendo to move into those markets and to make a shed ton of cash.
I think Xbox will do well in China because of the anti-Japanese thing in China a little bit. But this doesn't have anything to do with the fact that they've suddenly reversed this decision because, you know, our gaming face punch envoy is in China working for Foxconn.
I don't know. Nige may have persuaded the Chinese government to lift this ban. I don't know how. Maybe he sat down and showed them Fallout Shelter on his iPad and went, "You're going to ban games like this? This is an awesome game. Come and look at that. You get to control all these people." Who in China doesn't like doing that in the government? It's different culture, different rules. You have to kind of accept that people are going to behave differently. I don't agree with the way things are kind of running China in regards to the kind of media and stuff that you can consume. I don't agree with some of the stuff that happens in this country, nor in places like Canada, and even some places like the States, where they have certain states where they behave very strange towards things.
Fox News.
Fox News isn't as bad as you think it is. It's funny.
No. There was
Hang on a second. We're not allowed to detract. We are to move on to the next.
But I have to say this Fox story very, very quickly. You say Fox News isn't bad, right? They there was, you know, that shark attack thing that went on last week. There was seriously a presenter on there that said, I don't know why they can't just clear these sharks out of the sea before they do a major event like this.
Okay, all right. See, I like Fox News for the entertainment, and that's one of the reasons that it's really good. It's not necessarily true, but entertaining.
Try. But yes,
come on. What entertainment did you get out of that? That's why Fox News isn't as bad as you think it is.
Well,
as long as you don't see it as news and you see it as entertainment, you can watch it and you go, "This is really good." Seriously, you watch it and go, "This is really good." You couldn't write comedy like this.
I agree with you. But seriously, just to wrap up, I think Xbox One will be the one that does well in China. I really do.
I don't know, because if Sony are clever with the marketing and the branding, but they can do it too.
It's Japanese, and there is an anti-Japanese thing in China.
There is, but if they can present it in a way that they're not Japanese, if they can get all the PlayStation people from the United States to present it, then they can make it look more US, and then it would have the same appeal with thinking. As long as they've got a strategy behind it, I'm $22 billion a year. They've thought things through to try and get a slice of that.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's a billion odd people in China. That's a big old market.
That is a big old market, right? Talking about Xbox One. Xbox One kills teen due to disk discharge. A faulty Xbox One has managed to kill a teenager by launching a disc out of a malfunctioning disc tray at the teenager's throat. The teenager was found dead in his bedroom where he bled out by his mother. This sounds like an urban fucking myth.
Yeah.
I have no idea how, he would have to be standing like a foot in front of it.
And it would have to have a razor sharp disc.
Yes, it would have to spit out a broken bit of DVD. It couldn't do it with a normal thing. Just look, for example, if I picked up a DVD and flung it at you, and I think I have on a couple of occasions, using Mortal Kombat. If I lob it at you, I can't build up enough force behind that throw to hurt you. And the mechanism inside the Xbox and the PS4 and the 360 and the PS3, and even card CD changes, I don't think is powerful enough to do this. This is a case for the Mythbusters.
It's bollocks.
It is bollocks, but it's one of these things. It was trending on Reddit, and it was just like kind of, okay, I'm not too sure about this, but yeah, it's urban myth territory. I think
it's bollocks. It's got to be bollocks. I just it's bollocks. I cannot see how that would happen. I mean, you're right. The sheer speed it would have to have been chucked out is ridiculous. And then you would have had to have sort of filed the disc size down just to cut the throat. I mean, I know a disc is thin, but Jesus Christ, the velocity that would have to be going to cut into the skin.
Yeah, and the cartilage and stuff around the arterial network on your throat, it's quite fucking tough. Yeah, it's like this is a really mean thing to say. If you were to kill anyone by knifing them in the throat, you'd have to saw through the vein, not cut the vein. I know in Hollywood they always make it look like it's like a yeah. It's not, unless you've got a scalpel. It's not a it's a sawing action. Bit grim. Don't ask how I know that.
I'm just not.
Anyway, talking about things being chopped, we're moving on to the Nintendo TV service is being shut down. There's a Nintendo TE or TV or V system. I have no idea how to pronounce the bloody thing because it's just stupid. They announced that after 3 years of their video streaming service, it's going to go offline as of the 11th of August, 3 p.m. Pacific, not Pacific, PTD time, whatever that is.
I think that is Pacific Coast time, isn't it?
It's Pacific Coast time, okay. And then the Nintendo TV Miiverse community is also going away with it, yeah? Now, this was supposed to be launched in Europe, but the thing was cancelled before it was even launched. Now, people from GameSpot and stuff described it as notoriously slow and rather pointless. I think that they should have stuck with it, and it should have been something that run from console to console to console, just so you can sit there and watch all the trailers for the games and reviews for the games and stuff that they approved for the games. Because I know that Nintendo kind of moved into YouTube and didn't do it quite right, but I felt from more an exploration point of view, they would have come around and been a bit more amenable to people who do YouTube things, and then kind of pushed it onto their thing so that they could make money out of it from both angles.
Yeah, no, I agree with you completely. This was a Wii U thing, wasn't it? It wasn't on the Wii. It was a Me. I don't remember.
It was on the Wii U, yes.
Yeah, it was a Wii U thing. Nintendo. Yeah, I did read about this. Well, we never had it, so we'll be that fussed that we're not getting it.
No, but it's more they had like the YouTubey route to go down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're a bit shitty with YouTubers when it comes to putting their stuff on the channel.
Bit shitty.
Yeah, a bit shitty when it comes to putting stuff on the channel. It's what do you call it? It was an opportunity for them to learn, and then they probably would have been less shitty with the people on the channel because they could have then started pushing things onto that. That's how I saw it. It was just an avenue for them to learn about how to do this, and they could have put things on there like cartoons and stuff. The Super Mario Brothers, remember them back in the 80s, 90s? Yeah. Okay.
I used to watch that on the breakfast TV on a Saturday.
Yeah, I did that too. They had the Super Mario Brothers rap and the live action people beforehand. Yes, God, that was a good while back. Anyway, there is a pillow for tablets, iPads, Kindles, and whatever else you'd like, and it's called the Wellness Cloud, and it looks like a cloud. Now, there have been many other pillows, but this one's apparently won awards and stuff, and it was trending on Reddit, and I was just like, kind of, I'll have a look at it. I think it looks shit. The ones I like, yeah, is like if you've had the trays, you have the tray and it has like the beanbag thing underneath it so you can put it on your lap so you can eat while watching TV. I've never had one, but my friends have got them, and I think these are fantastic things. I was expecting something like that, and then I looked at it and it looks like a giant cloud. And I'm just like, kind of, that won awards. So would you buy a giant wellness cloud?
I don't quite know what the point of it is. I'm looking at it now, and what's the point in it?
I don't know. I don't know.
The revolutionary wellness cloud pillow for tablets designed for your ultra comfort and relaxation.
It's just a nice pillow. It's just a cloud-shaped pillow, and they went, we can put a tablet on that. That's all it is. Anyway, talking of shooting down people's hopes and dreams. The guys behind what was supposed to be Silent Hill, Hideo Kojima and Del Toro, are still planning to work together on a new project. Despite it being cancelled, Hideo Kojima said he loved working with Kojima-san. Hideo Kojima. Del Toro said that he loved working with Kojima-san, and they're still staying in touch, and they are going to work on a game together. Now, we said about the Kickstarter, we said about other publishers picking up what's left of Kojima Industries. This sounds like he's left and he's got a plan, which means he's not going away, which is a good thing.
Do you think the PT demo will come back? Do you think that they will redo Silent Hills? Do you think they just kind of took it with them?
No, not at all. I think they'll bin it. I think Del Toro's been going about doing the H.P. Lovecraft in the Mouth of Mad, not the hills, the mad ones where they find the aliens in the Arctic.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a H.P. Lovecraft thing. He wants to do that. That would fuck with your mind and fuck with your head. And there's there's a level of horror in there, and there's a level of suspense and scariness in there. And he's always wanted to do that. And I imagine he would try and push for something. He would push from his angle for something like that. I'm not sure about Kojima's angle, but I know that Del Toro's been really, really after that.
Mm-hmm. No, it could be good. I'm glad that it's not completely going away. I think something from them will be creative and great. I mean, that PT demo was pretty good.
Yes, that was ridiculously good for something that was a demo.
Yes.
Best game of the summer last year, and it was a fucking demo.
Yeah, I agree with you.
How does that work? Talking of scary things, Five Nights at Freddy's 4 has now been released on Steam. It was originally slated for the 31st of October, but Scott Cawthon released it to a load of YouTubers, and they started playing it, and they started releasing all the footage and all the days and this, that, and the other, and revealing all the secrets and stuff, and then he went, fuck it. And he released it on Steam on the 23rd of July, which I kind of like. I kind of like the idea. It's like, I'm going to release it here, I'm going to release it. Fuck it, it's ready. I'll release it now. Which I like. Apparently, he's been getting a lot of shit for it because of certain things that happen in it and certain things that change with the law and this, that, and the other. But just from a consumer base, being told that you're going to get something in August and then having it in July is fantastic.
That's very unusual these days in the gaming industry. Usually they say, oh, it's coming in July. And then a year later, it comes in August. You know, I mean, Arkham, the last Arkham game, Batman game, that happened. It happens with bloody every game, isn't it? It just keeps getting put back. We were bitching and moaning about it at the end of last year about how all these games were meant to have come out in 2015 and then ended up coming out, 2014 and ended up coming out this year. It makes a nice and unusual change to have something that was meant to come out and then comes out early. That's almost unheard of. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that is unheard of. And regardless of the shitty thing, I think for consumers, it's a great thing. I haven't heard anything about the game being broken. It seems to be doing well on Steam. I think I'm probably going to buy it and scare myself stupid. I want to try and get running on the Mac side rather than the Windows side, though. So, which is cool. Anyway, our next story: Metal Gear Solid releases details about this Afghanistan map and how big this Afghanistan map is. The Afghanistan map was revealed. It was a guy from, I can't say, Famisuti photographed the map and leaked it online. So he went to one of these press conferences, he signed an NDA, saw the map, went snap, and then went tweet. Well, he didn't go tweet, but he released it online, and apparently it's huge, which is a really good thing. So having this big map for this open exploration game is going to be great. The downside is that I think that Konami are going to try and rinse as much money out of this as possible. Now, the Phantom Pain is set to release on the 1st of September 2015, and then the 15th of September. I haven't pre-ordered it. Do you know why I haven't pre-ordered it?
That's unusual for you. Go on.
I'll tell you in a moment. So what are your thoughts on this?
I haven't played the last Metal Gear Solid game before that. To be honest with you, don't know a lot about this one. But I mean, anything that's got a huge gaming map, that's always a good thing, is it not? Yeah.
As long as it's a huge gaming map with stuff in it.
Yes. Not that you're wandering. Yeah. Not that you're wandering around for fucking hours and not find anything. No.
No, or have massive points between places and no means of transport, so you spend like hours fucking wandering from bit to bit. Well, it's got hundreds of hours of gameplay. Yeah, it's fucking traveling from point to point.
Yeah, but your dad likes things like that with Flight Sim because you used to take off from like the UK at night, then go to sleep, wake up 6 hours later, and land in LA.
Yes, but he put on real air traffic control, real weather, etc., etc. But this is the reason that I haven't been ordering, because I've been distracted by something else.
And what would that be, Gareth?
Well, something else is Fallout 4, and Fallout 4 has a limited edition loot crate.
I know, it looks awesome, doesn't it?
I know. I put my name down for it the moment I read the article. I went, fuck it. I put my name down for it. I'm gonna try and get one if I can.
How much extra is that though?
I have no idea. If it's any more than £50, then no.
I don't know. I mean, my boss buys all these games for his kids, and he got one of the Halo ones. That, I think it was OST when it came out, and it had like this model with all of the sort of OST characters all like standing on a rock, looking awesome. And that was pretty. Sometimes they're really shit, but sometimes they're really good. This one looks really, really good. But I bet you it's going to be over £100 with the game.
Oh no, I don't think it's with the game. I think it's just a loot crate by itself. But it says, Loot Crate and Bethesda are teaming up to bring you an epic Fallout 4 limited edition loot crate, packed with rare and exclusive collectibles.
Is this from the actual Loot Crate people who do Loot Crate?
Yes.
Then it won't be that expensive. No,
Okay.
Loot Crate are pretty good. I know somebody that used to do Loot Crate, and there was some good stuff in that.
Yeah, it is. I watch it and I keep thinking about doing it, but it's like every so often, it's like kind of every quarter, at the end of each quarter, there seems to be a really good one, but the other two always a bit meh. So it's one of those things. The only thing I really like about it is probably the t-shirts. Yes. Look at the t-shirts. Oh, that's a cool t-shirt. That's a cool t-shirt.
Oh, yeah, you used to get some cool stuff in it, those Loot Crates. You did.
Yeah. It is set to launch, coincide with the release of Fallout 4. But supplies are limited, so I'm going to try and get in there as soon as possible. I suggest you try and do the same too. But I'm going to try and beat you to it. Nah. If I get one, I'll do an unboxing video. Yeah, yes. I've never done unboxing. We did one unboxing, and it just turned into Keith doing the da-da-da-da.
PlayStation 4, yeah.
Yeah, it was filmed terribly, and I couldn't put it up because the quality was too poor. And finally... We love our and finally stories. We've recently in the last 3 weeks, we've just gone. We have to have an and finally story at the end of this, and this one is a real doozy. Yeah, Triple X Tycoon, the porn industry simulator game, is being made at the moment. It's being made by a company called Joy Toilet. No, not too much. Joy Toilet. Who are developing this, and at the moment they're looking for funding from their Indiegogo page of $1,000, which will be here. I don't even think about doing this. Yeah, the idea of the game is the player experiences the highs and lows of the adult entertainment industry, from random events that take place to help your studio flourish to other things that will hinder your performers, and the players will experience the volatile consumer trends. Yeah. Big show awards and the coming and going of their performance through the decades, because you start off in like the 70s and you work your way up to like now. Which graphically, this thing isn't fantastic. This looks like a kind of like a Mega Drive kind of game for all intents and purposes. But it does actually sound quite interesting because they look like they've put some thought into it. They start from the 70s, and then you have to cope from the 70s to you go from the theatre to home release. From home release to DVD to Blu-ray to internet to videos on demand to getting it onto this, that, and the other, and then people were pirating things. And if they've got that level of detail in that, I think it's actually going to be quite an interesting game to play.
Gareth, you've been paying a lot of attention to this game.
I literally just picked it up. I literally picked it up this morning. Not the game, the article.
I'm trying to be very careful what I'm saying.
If you look at the game, it's not a graphic game. Yeah, it's not like a pigeon fucking simulator.
Yeah, so there's not a pigeon in sight, right? But
there is not a pigeon in sight.
Being 1970s porn,
being 1970s porn. I don't know much about 1970s porn. I'm going to be completely honest with you, Keith.
Let's just say it was a bit more hairy.
That's fine, you know.
I want to crack so many jokes. You have no idea how much self-control I am using right now.
You can have one. I'll let you have one. I can edit it out.
No, I cracked the hairy joke. I'll just go with that.
Okay, you go with the hairy joke. Okay, that's good. I do know that you're going to have to probably hire someone to play bass guitar for all the music.
Bum chaka wow wow.
Yes. Anyway, that's our 10 stories from Reddit. And now we're going to move on to our shout-outs and feedback. So, Keith, would you like to do YouTube shout-outs? Oh, with the exception of the bottom section, because I'd like to keep that bit. Actually, no, fuck it, do the whole YouTube bit. I'll do Twitter.
Well, okay, shout-outs and feedback. So we've got Gerzo MC, liked the way we finished on the fight Injustice of Gods Amongst Us. Yeah, we enjoyed playing against that game, didn't we, Gaff? I finally kicked your ass on it and then just decided to give up.
Hang on a second. 6 rounds, 1 victory from you.
Yep, that's it. I retire victorious. So thank you, Gerzo, for that. I love this name, Unicorn Pig. Would really like a mouse and keyboard support. I don't mind it for gaming, but for apps, and hopefully they would add Microsoft Word and these programs that would be useful. I think a lot of people would get an Xbox Ones. Right. I appreciate your comment. I entirely don't agree. It's a console. If you want to do Microsoft Word and stuff, buy a PC. It's a gaming console. Why?
See, from my angle, I looked at that and I went, if they have the OneDrive, yeah, if you've used the OneDrive on the internet, it's got like a cut down version of Word on there, a cut down version of Excel, cut down version of PowerPoint, yeah, and just being able to just type a general Word doc. So like you never use Word, but you have to write a CV or a resume or something, and just having the option to do that is like go and grab a keyboard. I'll lend you my keyboard and mouse. You can pop one together on your console. Just having that as an option is quite good, and having it on the OneDrive, I don't think would be too much of a hassle. I think it would be less than 1% across the user base would use it, but having the options are always nice.
This is true. Liam One Loop HD said, "Is the Xbox One getting mouse and keyboard support or not?" Well, yeah, it is. So that's your answer. Thank you for your comments. Black. Okay, how the hell do you pronounce this? Blacktron.
Black Patreon.
Okay. You want it to cause consoles to have exclusive FPS games, and playing FPS games with a controller is a pain in the ass for us PC gamers, which is why I previously had to use my X-Min to get this option. Yes, again, I kind of agree with what you're saying, but it's a console. So if you know, some FPS games are a bitch to play with a control pad. I agree with you, but that's part of the fun of it. I used to sort of play Command and Conquer. I think it was Command and Conquer 3 with my mates on the Xbox 360, right? And I got quite quick with the gamepad, and you know, it was built for a gamepad. So again, it's that console experience, and if you want the PC experience, buy a PC. This is my personal opinion, and you know, I feel free completely to disagree with me.
I will disagree with you,
but I know you'll disagree with me because you do it for the point. But it's a console. If you want a PC, buy a PC. If you want a console experience, you buy a console.
Yeah, but decent PCs are expensive. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then when you do get it, it doesn't quite run games the way you want. It doesn't quite get the frame rate. And when you have a console and you can do these things, it's fantastic. Everything has been optimized. The software has been tailored to match that piece of hardware, which you don't get on PCs. It tends to be, we've made the game, you have to provide the hardware, which isn't the kind of attitude that you kind of really want as a consumer. But you know, that's the way things are. Having options is good. I had me and Nige both had split fish controllers. So we could play with like a nunchuck in one hand and a mouse on the other, which is fantastic. Similar to the Zim thing, which allowed you to plug a mouse and keyboard in. But saying that, Sony are releasing a cut-down mouse and keyboard for you to play games with. So
hang on, sorry, the PS4's getting it as well.
PS4's getting something same, but it's a controller, not
same, but different.
Yes, similar. Right. But different. Yes, that's the way it goes. And I'll do this last one. Our friend, a guy called Kilo Games or Kilo Fox, depending on where you chat to him, has had problems with his channel, and he's had to shift over to a new channel. And he started up a new channel called Red Panda, where he's teamed up with a guy called Panda Light, and they're going to be working together. So if you liked any stuff that Kilo's done, go check out the channel. It's not up and running at the moment. Give it a couple of weeks, and then they'll start putting content up on there, and I imagine everything will be quite good. But Kilo's one of our friends. He's always been quite nice to us and chatting away and commenting on our videos and whatnot.
Okay, we did have some comments today from some pessimistic little ginger fellow called Nigel. Well, apparently he managed to get VPN access in China. Don't know how he got that.
Yeah, from my angle, it sounds like he was sending these messages from a cupboard.
Yeah, in China. Secretly secreted in the Foxconn factory. Right. Anyway, he said on our little Fallout shelter thing, he said, lads, great vid. Been playing this game for a while. I'm in China as it doesn't need internet access. Yes, we know you're in China, Nige. Now at max 200 dwellers, too much money to know what to do with, and we'll still be very lucky with loot when exploring, even for 3 days. Yes, I know your pain. Sometimes don't even get a decent weapon and a bunch of trash stuff. Yes, that's part of the point of the game, Nige. But yes, anyway, so he's got too much money to know what to do with. Nige, I'm sure we can help you spend that.
Yes, I'm sure we can help you spend that.
I don't know which video he was commenting on here, but he said, hope the update brings something to the game. Is he talking about the same update?
He's talking about the same update from Fallout.
Okay, now I even think I said in the video about this, so I'm not surprised that Nigel's put this. I have always wanted mouse and keyboard support on consoles, as the games are much more optimized, and I want to play FPS games with you guys and stand a chance of killing something. Bought a Spitfish on the PS3, which is the closest I could get to a mouse and keyboard support. Yeah, but he's a PC gamer. Of course he's going to say that. But
yes, I know.
I kind of see his point. I do kind of see his point. But then, FPS games, for console, you want the gamepad because mouse and keyboard will give you unfair advantage.
Yeah, but at least now when I die on things like Call of Duty and whatnot, I can sit there and say, the guy's probably using a fucking mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, it gives us an excuse.
I've got an excuse now.
Think I can wait a year to play the game. Fallout 4 and Battlefront is out soon, so with No Man's Sky around the corner. What's he talking about?
We're talking about Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Like, kind of, we think about it. We've got Fallout 4, which is going to last for fucking ages. Yeah. No Man's Sky, which is going to last for ages. And Star Wars Battlefront, which is going to last for about 3 months.
And he thinks the time will pass fairly quickly. Yeah, he's probably right.
He's probably right.
Thank you, Nigel, live from your cupboard somewhere in the Foxconn factory in China. And we have some Twitter feedback, which I will hand over to you, sir.
Okay, so there's a lovely guy that's been watching us live, and he's finally got a Twitter account, and his name is Joshua Ramirez, if I've said that correct. Hello there.
Hi, Joshua.
Hello there. I'll tag you in the shout out video so you can come watch, bask in having your name mentioned. And then we got some likes and stuff. So we got a group called Nonolites who liked our Fallout Shelter coming to Android. Then we've got Morality eSports. If they watch our video, they might find something interesting there. Fallout, who liked Fallout 1 streaming service. Retro Fix and Gerzo loved the Pigeon Dating Simulator game.
Pigeon fucker.
Dank, Mr. Dank Pineapples, who favorited our tweet of Keith and I playing Injustice Among Gods badly for the second time, and Thinking Weasel, who also did the same again. So, guys, thank you very much for watching those and favoriting them.
I believe Nigel sent Joshua a tweet from China today because he got VPN access, as I said. So I believe Nigel has spoken to you, but I'd just like to say hi, Joshua, again. Thanks for watching. And thank you to all the other guys. Sorry, Gareth, back over to you.
Okay. So let's shamelessly plug ourselves. Let's see if we can do this lovely and fluidly. We have a YouTube channel. On the YouTube channel, you can find our bite-sized news, our playthroughs, and our occasional reviews. We also have a website.
Yes, and that's www.gamingfacepunch.com, where you can find everything from our Twitch feed when Nigel twitches on a Sunday to when we occasionally twitch. You can find all the YouTube videos we've ever done, all labeled up and nice there. And you can find the podcasts.
And we have 2 podcasts. One podcast comes out on a Monday, and the other podcast comes out whenever fucking Keith feels like it.
I knew that.
I had a complaint today about the podcast.
Who was complaining?
Gavin.
Oh dear. It's doing it now.
Well, we have
literally, I'm doing it now.
Also, hang on a second. And these 2 podcasts come out. And if you want to keep track of these podcasts, you can follow us on Twitter
at Gaming Face Punch, and you can also follow us on Facebook at Gaming Face Punch. You can also add us on Google Plus at Gaming Face Punch. We're Gaming Face Punch on everything. We even have the mythical player.me account, which nobody understands except Nigel, and he's not here. So, but we have one of those things as well. Don't ask me what it does. I have no idea.
It's the internet equivalent of the hippogriff.
So like this.
That's how I'm going to describe it from now on. But anyway, guys, thank you for listening to this shortened version of the Gaming Roundup with even more news. So we could actually now change that to the condensed version of the Gaming Roundup with all this lovely news. I'll try and get some videos out and bits. I'm afraid I'm not here this weekend, but I will be tweeting pictures from me at Alton Towers enjoying myself. So from me, it's goodbye, and
from me, it's goodbye. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.